Okay, there it goes. This is Supergoop. You might have heard of it already. If you haven't, you're literally missing out. This summer and even last summer, this has been my go-to sunscreen literally ever since I found it. Cannot use anything else. Like the texture is just not right. Like I'm such a sunscreen snob now. I never thought I would say that. But literally when I use any other sunscreen except for this one, I'm like, it's just not the same, you know? So this sunscreen that I have is the Unseen Sunscreen, which is SPF 40. And I'm so happy that it's in stock now because the last time I wanted to talk about it, it was out of stock because it's always out of stock. So if you're at all interested in trying out Supergoop, I would highly recommend grabbing it while you can. Because I always find like even on Sephora, even on like other sites, everywhere sells out of this. So if you're interested in Supergoop, literally try it out ASAP. But things I love about the sunscreen. Number one, the feeling. It's like the texture of the sunscreen. I'm going to try and squeeze some out. I'm like literally running out of this. Like I've been using it religiously. Look at how hard I have to squeeze this to even get something to come out of it. Okay, there we go. So the texture of this sunscreen looks like this at first. So it gives you kind of like a clear gel. And then when you start rubbing it in, it immediately turns to like this, it's almost like a silky consistency. It kind of reminds me of like a primer, but the texture is like even smoother. And so as you can see, I just blended that in and it kind of turns like matte on the skin. So this is a super great sunscreen to use on your face as like an overall primer underneath your makeup. And that's typically what I do because I wear makeup almost every day. And sometimes, especially when I'm wearing a full face, it's kind of a lot to cake. Like it's literally the best sunscreen ever. Like, do I have to say more? I 100% agree. And sometimes it's a lot to cake if you want to like use a primer and then to have to cake like your creams, your, you know, your lotion, your serum, a primer, a sunscreen. Like it's a lot. The Unseen, I would say, is literally the best of all the ones they have. I've tried a couple of the others and I think they're all great, but I like the glow screen. I think that's also great, especially if you're looking for like a glow underneath your makeup. But I feel like the Unseen sunscreen is just like the staple. It's like it works for anything. It works underneath all makeup. It literally is my do or die. So the Unseen Sunscreen is literally my life. I'm wearing it right now. Not that you can tell because it's unseen, right? But it is super comfortable, especially for long periods of wear. Like you can wear it the entire day, not feel like anything is caked on your face, especially if you're putting on makeup over it. Hate that feeling of like layers of things. So that gets rid of it. And on a similar note, since we know that I just love Supergoop so much, I also wanted to talk about their this, which is the lip balm that they